Conrad Leiva, who's going to talk about smart manufacturing. And Conrad leads the Smart Manufacturing Working Group and is a board member of MESA, and he has also won MESA's Outstanding Contributor Award. So, Conrad, can you first provide a brief background of yourself?
Yes, my name, like you said, is Conrad Leiva, and I am VP of Product Strategy and Alliances at IBC. I am also a board member at MESA International and chair of the Smart Manufacturing Working Group. I have a career in aerospace and defense, so I've been mostly working myself personally on the shop floors with airplanes and big complex devices. So that's a little bit about me. I've been really focused on manufacturing intelligence and the integration of engineering and business systems with the plant floor.
Thanks. And my first question is, what is smart manufacturing?
Well, that has been the mission, really, of the Smart Manufacturing Working Group. The initial goal was to define smart manufacturing, to explain what's going on in the industry with smart manufacturing. So the timing for your question is great. So we came up with a one-sentence definition for smart manufacturing. We define it as the intelligent, real-time orchestration and optimization of business, physical, and digital processes, not just within our factories, but also across the entire manufacturing value chain. So there's some key ingredients in that definition. One is intelligent, because we're moving beyond those passive systems that just collected data and reported data. We really want proactive systems that are managing and triggering behavior and automating processes on the shop floor. We want orchestration, because we're not just talking about synchronizing machines, we're really talking about business processes. So we're talking not just the physical and digital information that goes with the physical product, but also the business processes that run the factory, all the way from engineering and design to the supply chain and getting the parts you need and running the shop floor, and even into the service life cycle of some products that have a long service life cycle.
And how is smart manufacturing used?
Well, smart manufacturing is not a thing or a technology. It's really a journey and endeavor. I equate it in some ways to lean manufacturing. It's a set of goals that we have set for industry and for ways to connect and elevate connectivity and orchestration in the supply chain. But so you're going to see many different flavors of smart manufacturing for different kinds of industries and products. But at the end of the day, it's really about enabling new manufacturing business models, which I mean, not only manufacturing as a core competency, which a lot of companies have realized that, and they're bringing back manufacturing, insourcing it, to realize that it is a critical core competency for many companies, but also enabling new models that going beyond just selling a product and forgetting about it. We're really moving into an era of product as a service, where people are more interested in leasing than owning, that are more, and manufacturers are more willing to sell the usage of their product in a long service life cycle of that product, as opposed to just putting it on the shelf. And a lot more custom-made products. It's sometimes referred to as mass customization, that we're building to order, building to the need of the customer, and not just building a generic product that is going to go on the shelf.
And where have you seen success in implementing smart manufacturing?
Well, there are several building blocks. So the success so far is in putting the building blocks in place. But we're going to see this is like a 10 or 20-year journey, really, to achieve the goals we have set. And the MESA organization, MESA.org, has a lot of resources in this area for people that want to drill down further into it. And but in general, the building blocks are like the industrial Internet of Things and machines, smarter machines output. But going beyond the old automation, where it was very proprietary, and using more interfaces that are standards based, so that multiple vendor solutions can be connected, and some of the machine information can be standardized. So, in two ways. So it's not just the machine putting out information, but we can send information for the machine back to the machine to adjust itself. So we've seen some success in there with the use of OPC standards. We see some success in the digital thread. There's still a lot of work ahead, but the digital thread between engineering, the supply chain, and manufacturing of that engineering product definition, and tying that to how the manufacturing process definition, leveraging the 3D models into illustrations, leveraging the product definition and PMI and the CAD models into inspection requirements, so that we can put change management practices and processes that in place that are facilitate a lot of the change management processes. We've seen success in the application of advanced analytics that are starting to analyze things like warranty information, things that are not structured data but unstructured data, customer feedback, issues reports, and looking for patterns of where products could be improved based on this accumulated feedback from multiple sources. So those are just some of the dimensions that we've seen progress. We've seen a lot of progress in integration of engineering, manufacturing, and ERP systems. So it's becoming more commonplace that the leaders are putting in place a lot of these integrations, and that the integrations are more standards-based, and we're really excited about this progress.
Well, thanks, Conrad, for sharing today on the topic of smart manufacturing.
Well, you're welcome. Is that pretty much the topic?
What companies be doing to get closer to realizing the smart manufacturing?
So we recommend that companies start taking steps, that they don't just sit passively on the sidelines, that they get involved, that they start reviewing their business structure and their future market strategies, and see if they want to adopt some of these new business models like product as a service, mass customization. How are those going to impact their future business? And then establish evolution milestones in that journey. So what kind of system changes, connectivity changes they're going to need to connect their whole value chain that provides that new service to the customer. And start building those relationships with their partners, with their suppliers. And that is nurturing a new culture of collaboration. And you know, it's a different way to view not just as suppliers, but view your suppliers as partners. And start looking at the skills needed for that flexible workforce of the future, and start building up those skills in your workforce for the people that are going to be able to install, configure, maintain these more sophisticated equipment and all the connectivity needed between the equipment, and involve that information technology infrastructure that is needed for connectivity. Promote connectivity via standards, and work with your vendors that are supporting those standards. Those are some of the things that we recommend.
And thanks, Conrad, for sharing today on this topic of smart manufacturing.
Thank you.